Okay, welcome to Let's Play Pottermore. I'm actually doing all this audio post-recording. We are back and we are on my main account. So, Hawthorne Rain, that account is done with. Unless I forget something and miss it on my main account, I'm just not doing anything with that. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I don't want to get rid of those points for Ravenclaw. I like Ravenclaw. So I'm probably going to keep it around or hand it to one of my friends that's in the house. So, we are in the dueling, the spell practice and dueling area. So, we can practice every spell here. Now, the first spell that we're practicing is Incendio. As you can tell, it looks like a little flame, and to do a decent score, you wait until it goes all the way out. Its max score is around 125. Now, Knockback is the next. I sorta sucked at this one. Yeah, I thought for a moment that it was maxed at 105. Thing is, I'm not doing particularly bad at these, but yeah, still sucking. Woo! Suck. 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 Spaceballs. I really should not be watching that. So, mucus ad nauseum. Pretty much the reverse of Incendio. We make people have horrible snot. It's maxed at around 105. I wouldn't use it for much. I wish I got a lot of perfect scores when I was going through these, but yeah. I really shouldn't record while I duel because, little known fact, if you have a lot of something open when you duel, or if you're doing something really computer intensive, it's gonna lag. So I'm doing pretty well considering I have so many tabs open. And you notice, see, watch. It lags. It lags ever so slightly. Now, this one is actually around 135, if I remember right. So, yes, I'm sucking horribly at this one too. Make fun of me in the comments. I encourage it. So, again, pretty easy. Now, some people duel with their mouse, some people duel with their keyboard or a trackpad, or I've actually heard some that say that they use... I can't remember what it's called, but it's more touch control, so all they do is tap it. And this is basically, at its heart, it's a rhythm game. Now, the one I didn't mention there was the tickling hex. Like the rest of these, forgettable. There's only one that we're using. We know there's only one that we're using. This is Colossu, the spell I cannot use. It's probably a good deal higher than what I'm getting on this, but I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. I'll probably add it in an annotation, but So again, look. It freezes. This isn't my recording freezing. This is actually how it works. So, I just noticed I do forget to do the tongue tying. Doesn't really matter. So, here's the pimple. And again, it's just like every other spell. Wait until it goes as high as it can and try and hit it the first time, right when there's a, if you notice, there's a small little speck of light, and you want it to be entirely covered by the letter. And again, spells will freeze, they'll lag, they'll jump unexpectedly. So, yes, you will hate it. And that's an example of what happens when you screw up. Your score gets cut off, and yeah. Now, another small thing that I would like to mention while we're going through this one, and this one is locomotor mortis. Yeah, can't speak. Someone used tongue tying on me. Curse you, Peeves. So, again, as I was saying, you can refresh and start a spell over. That's why, even though this is reloading, I'm not going back and redoing it. All you need to do is hit Control R, or just go to the very top, hit the refresh button, and you're just right back at where you are. It works the same way with challenges, as we'll see. And challenges, I would actually suggest if your computer is having problems and you get a lot of challenges, you can notice sometimes which duels will glitch up based on how it falls down. Other times, it's a lot harder. But, yeah. So, I'm not going to practice full body bind, because that would be too easy. So, I'm showing off the wizard's duel. Now, as you can see, it shows you your recent duels, the top 3, when they were. You can view or rematch them, and those crests, the top 3, those are the houses you can duel at random. The bottom one is your own house. You won't get points for beating anyone in your own house. Don't listen to anything to the contrary. I guarantee you. See? Someone in my own house, nothing. I won. Someone in a different house. Let's view this one. I win 5 points. It shows you, it tells you you won points. So, just don't worry about it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. And now you get to see me suck at this. So, yes, I'm tapping my finger. Thing is, each of these has a rhythm, and full body bind actually has the easiest rhythm, in my opinion, to get down, because if you listen to Queen, We Will Rock You, perfect rhythm. Perfect rhythm for this. And the other suggestion I would have is a metronome set to around 83, and this should be going pretty well. But again, sucking at this horribly. Horribly sucking. Ooh. So, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, like, I'm not going to win many of these. Because, again, spells. Okay, I'm going back. dueling a different house, spreading my horrible, my PhD in horribleness. Mother. You know, I keep telling myself at this point, duel another house. But no. Never listen to myself, do I? As you're all probably laughing. So, yes. I will say this about Hufflepuff. They have fantastic finders. And actually surprisingly good duelists. There are some people who would basically say that there are cheaters in the leaderboard. I'll say reluctantly, there are probably a few. I know most of the people on the leaderboards, and I can vouch for the good majority of them that they play honestly. And no house, I guarantee you, is without someone that's cheated. And back in beta, this was particularly bad because the top few people were all taking advantage of a glitch. That's gone now, by the way. I can't show you how to do it, and I wouldn't if I wanted to. Well, if I could. But, yes. That duel was brilliant. I like that one. Thank you, Gold Dawn, for helping me make up for some of my losses. So I don't have to go to Snape with my head hung low. And again, I'm not sucking too horribly at this, but these scores are actually pretty decent. I try to do a lot higher. But again, I'm recording this, so sorta sucks. Okay, at this point, I'm refreshing. Sometimes it's a good idea to do that. Other times it's just really cheap. That's probably among the times it was kind of cheap to do that because I'm showing this off. And there, I did it again. So, we are pretty much done. There's not much else I can show you. Oh, that wasn't good. I'm alive. This will continue whether or not you actually like it. So, yeah. Not much else. So, just to give you an idea of what I'm going to do later on, probably I'm just going to do a bunch of potions. The one I'm working on right now is Polyjuice Part 2, because it takes a long time. I finished it. Spoiler. Not much of a spoiler, but now you know that I didn't break down and scream horrible, horrible things. Or I did, and I'm just lying right now. You'll have to watch to find out. Yes. Excellent. uh, so, yeah, that's pretty much it. getting my potions back from other me. And just showing this off, you can delete things, and no matter what you do, you'll still have a notification on your owl. Even if you delete everything, the duel request will still stay there. Same with any potion that's brewing, it will stay.